Hey, my beautiful friends, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your card of the day. All right, so we are using the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. And I pulled from Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot deck, The Emperor, last Sunday, featuring Archangel Michael. This card will be with us all week long, or has been with us all week long so far, and influences our card of the day. They work together. And my isms for today: launch thoughts of desire. It's the vibrational frequency of what you want to attract, where you are, where you're at. Just keep your thoughts on what you desire. And then the I am, open and receptive to allowing all the good and abundance in the universe. We have to allow it in. All right, so let's get through the shuffle. Great Father in the sky, loving Mother of the earth, angels, ancestors, light beings from all four corners and all realms, I welcome you to this space and give thanks to be your messenger. I set the intention to see, to feel, to hear, and to know your sacred words, and to deliver a message in such a way that it enlightens, inspires, heals, and brings love to all who come. So be it, so shall it be. One more shuffle through. There we go. Let's see what happens when we pull the one on the bottom of the deck. Number 59. Ooh, look at this. The Wailing Tree. Now, reconciliations. If we look at this image, and obviously it's the fall, but we've also got the fire. And I want to say fire to me is representative of burning off the old feelings, situations, and inside this tree we see the pain. We see this weeping spirit that is covered up in feelings that don't really serve the greater purpose. And if we look at this tree, it's on fire. So there may be a burning feeling of resentment coming up for you. It might be that you are making, I'm going to be careful again what I say here, because we're on the eve of a full moon eclipse. We're also in around, in the Western world at least, Hallows Eve. So the thoughts and feelings of past loved ones, those who've ascended into the light and gone into spirit world. So there is a sense of melancholy, a sense of sadness, if you will, that depth. These are stir up thoughts, can stir up the past, can stir up patterns within us. So today may be the day that you choose to put to rest any of these feelings, thoughts, ideas, stories that no longer serve your purpose. A little bit like a hangnail. You got to either get to the root of it, put pay to it. Now, I like the full moon energy, particularly when there are eclipses. And this eclipse is showing up in Mercury, which is about communication. So there's a reason why this card is popping up. Now today is a number 7 day. So that is all about being on your path, being on the right path, even though this is a little bit difficult, or could be a bit difficult. The Wailing Tree is get your angst out there. Get all of your troubles out there. Out, out, out. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Like taking a broom and sweeping it away. Particularly if you've held on to some things. Now, reconciliations are really up to us. If you feel like there has been a misunderstanding, or you feel like, this has gone on long enough, it's time to put pay to old feelings. It's time to either reconcile, well, it is time to reconcile them since the wailing tree shows up. Grief is at the lowest end of the emotional consciousness scale. Love is at the top. It's time to reconcile any losses. And that can be losses in materialism. If you've perhaps got yourself into some financial problems, cut your losses. Don't be sitting in the fact that, well, you had it all and now you don't have it all. You always have it all. So when you encounter this tree on today, it's an invitation to sit with it and regroup. A place to rest and allow yourself to just let go and say goodbye to what no longer serves you. We've been saying this a lot, and the eclipse is like that sliding door. You get a different access to releasing. I like to do the burning bowl ceremony, write down all my problems, the people, the places, the situations, the stories, the drama, the nonsense that gets in my way. And say something like, I now release to the energy of the moon and the ethers of love, whatever that is, a list of it, and set light to it and burn it. If you've been considering making any kind of changes, now's the time to do it. But making the changes means removing what gets in the way of those changes coming. You've got to allow yourself to feel any disappointment that you might have felt about your loss and mourn what was, so that you can let what be come along. This is a perfect day and a perfect way to honor the experiences, giving yourself this time to consider all the gifts that this offers you, to put proper closure to what needs to be closed off. Walk away, run away for some of us, and move into something new. Some of you might have been perceiving a bit of failure and some setbacks lately. Think about what's good that can be discovered from it. Not skipping the stages of loss, because sometimes when we take a loss, we just want to jump right into something else, move on to something quick and fast. Sometimes when we move on quicker and faster than we should have done, we have to come back around and face it again. So do all of that facing, all of that stirring, all of that cleaning now. Look at it all squarely and honestly. Stay with those feelings. We look at life, it's not really an either or situation. It's both. It's this and it's that. So as you look at this process and use Archangel Michael to remove the people, the places, the situations and stories, and let those stories come to the surface, and let the Archangel Michael with his sword of light remove it. That way you can launch these rockets and thoughts of desire and move on forward with the right foot instead of dragging the back foot. Now, to those who do this on a regular basis, like I do, you're adept to doing it. You are used to doing it, so it's easy. It's not quite so difficult. The caveat I want to offer you right now is if this is something you do on a regular basis, weekly, monthly, quarterly, that you look at all of your stuff and you let go and drop what doesn't serve you, this isn't going to be quite so challenging and difficult. But this is also an opportunity to dig deeper and go back further, even into the ancestral realms of patterns that you may have overlooked in your life that keep cropping up. One is the not being good enough. I'm not worthy. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. One of the big ones for me is, well, I need to wait. I'm not ready to do this yet. I'm not ready to do that yet. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Or I'm not sure where to go to get that to happen. Sometimes these things that get in our way are the ego's subtle way of saying, yeah, no, don't stay in the comfort zone. Use that lovely little comfort space to keep yourself back from growing. When we say these things, we make these judgment calls. I'm not ready. I don't know it. I'm not sure. Blah, 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 blah. That gets easy. The way to reconcile it is to say something to the effect of, thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. I now need to learn how to do this. I'm now willing to allow this to happen. I'm now really willing to stand in my power and take that on. And then you can add to it Archangel Michael if you want to use him, particularly Archangel Uriel if you want to use him, and Archangel Shamuel. Thank you for helping me and being with me through this growth process. I am ready to allow all the good, all the abundance, all the dreams, all the wishes, all the power, all the glory, all the love, all the grace to come in. It isn't a question of staying stuck in the I don't know and I'm not good enough and I can't get there. It's a question of growing past it. And the other question we have is, because we don't physically know what that looks like or know how that goes, which I struggled with for so long, thinking I had to have it all worked out before I took the first step. I had to see how it was all going to show up before I even got to it. Instead of, this is a journey that doesn't really necessarily know how the end result is going to play out. But unless you take the first step, how are you going to know what the journey looks like or the end result looks like? Sometimes we can use creative visualization to see where we want to go, to see what it is we want to be, to see where it is we want to get into in life, particularly this time of the year and the fall, before we hit the winter, where we're looking at what 2024 looks like. And we're going to a year from now. Where are we? What are we doing? How's it going? And really get into that and then work it backwards. What does October look like 2024? What does September look like? August, July, June, May, April, March, February, January. Oh, here we are. December. See what I'm saying? If you do that, if you get into that creative visualization, particularly when the winter solstice comes up, which will be sometime third week of December, we've got through the Thanksgiving stuff, perfect to take a look at that. A year from now, what have you accomplished? Anyway, my friends, I'm going to let that go now. I love you. Thanks for liking, subscribing, doing all the things you do. Until tomorrow, big love. Bye.